It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. And welcome to another episode. How you doing? Hope your week's well. We're in the middle of it. And, I hope it's good for you. Hope things are getting completed to your liking. And if they're not, get your shit together. It's time. You still got time. See, we're at the end of February. This is the time where people just say, fuck it. And they don't, this is the time where people stop going to the gym. Right? This is the time where they're like, all right, I'm starting to look good. I'm okay. I'll cut it out. But this is the time to pick that shit up. Raise yourself up. But for right now, what we're going to do is check out some articles where people are having a good time. Some are fucking up. And then some are just having, the time of their lives. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So this one I call Fender Bender. This was out in California. It's always some crazy shit in California. But this guy got into a minor fender bender, and he said, you know what? I'm going to call the cops. And the guy that hit him was calling him a beta. A little bitch. Just because he said, hey, I wanted to get the cops involved. Because I don't know your situation. I don't know how honest you are, how sleazy you might really be. But the guy that hit his car offered to go and take it to the shop and get it squared away. That's nice and all. But again, there are people out there that are just shisty, shady some bitches. And you can't trust everybody. And I'll tell you a little quick story. When I first started and moved to where I did for college, I was at the grocery store and I was driving through the aisle like you should. Normally, not crossing any of the white lines in the parking spaces. And then this car comes out from the right side and hits my vehicle. Now, I had just moved to the area. I didn't know any phone numbers. I didn't know any, places around there. But the guy said, hey, you know what? Here's my number. Take it down and give me a call whenever, you're ready to get this worked on. And we'll go down to the car repair shop together. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, cool, because this motherfucker was all in the wrong. And I had probably just started driving maybe 2-3 months ago before I even went off to college. And I hadn't been driving long. And that person gave me the phone number to the local taxi company. I'll never forget it. That was one of the first times that someone had scammed me. So I understand when this guy who gets into a minor fender bender doesn't want to just get it squared away out of the eyes of the cops. Because look, this guy probably had a similar situation happen and just wanted to cover his ass. What's wrong with that? But now the guy that hit him wants to call him a beta male. Oh, you just a little bitch because you don't want to deal with it outside of the law. Dude, I don't know you. I'd have probably done the same thing. It would have triggered the memories and brought them back from when this guy blasted through the parking lot. And I'd have been like, look, sorry. I'm sorry, but I got to cover my ass this time. I've learned from my mistakes. So yeah, living out in California, he probably, definitely had the money to get it squared away, but you can't keep taking chances. This is 2026. People are trying to save a fucking penny wherever they can. And if they can just disappear like Batman and go on about their day, then damn it, they probably will. Now this one's called Philly Slavery Exhibit because there is one in Philly that, Uncle Donnie is trying to get changed around. He's trying to make it look like slavery wasn't that bad. And this exhibit has been on display since 2010. So it's been up for a while. And the judge said last Friday by 5 p.m. that they needed to restore the exhibit or shit's going to go down in Philly. And if you know anything about Philly, shit will go down in Philly. I've been to Philly a couple times, and I'm telling you, even the cops will cuss you out. I remember I was driving through Philly, and it was a cop on the bike, and you just see him yelling at people like, hey, someone's double parked in the wrong spot. He didn't want to fill out the paperwork. He's just, hey, get your car moving now. And I'm like, damn, I don't want to live out here. Look, don't double park your car where it's not supposed to be because them streets were packed. And I was in like downtown Philly, like big buildings, people just running all over the place. I thought I was in New York City. But the exhibit looks at the lives of 9 people enslaved under President George Washington. And now they're saying that the order to restore everything is on hold. And if anything we've learned from what's going on in the world right now, that shit might be on hold for a little bit. And it says the exhibit is described as examining the paradox between slavery and freedom in the founding of this nation. And everybody's trying to pretend like that shit didn't happen. But it did. It did. And shit didn't start getting better until, 70 years ago. And that is not that long ago, but it is. Like I've talked about before, people that are 60 and 70 years old. So that means they lived in a time where they got to see some wild shit happen. And this is during a time where there was no fucking cameras and YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. No, you just got your ass beat on the side of the fucking street. And then people went home that night and smiled and laughed with their families and slept well. So yeah, this shit is real. I love that they're not trying to just buckle to Trump's every whim. Like, dude, this shit happened. Fuck off. And what they're trying to do is replace everything with their own narrative of slavery. The city's like, look, you can spin your own fucking story somewhere else. But right here, you're going to leave that shit alone. And they're trying to change everything because we're coming up on the 250th anniversary of the founding of this nation in 1776. 250 years. Damn. And yeah, they're trying to, clean things up. You're like, oh, we got to, that happened? No. Just go ahead and scrub that away. You know, when you have company over, you clean up, you make things look highly presentable, and you don't let the crazy shit sit out in the open. And that's what they're doing. But they're saying this could take months to get squared away, and we'll see. We'll see. This one's called a deposition. So on Wednesday, I'm scrolling through, and I thought this was AI. So it says the former Victoria's Secret CEO gave his deposition on the disgraced financier, Jeffrey Epstein, at this House Oversight Committee. And this guy gave almost a 5-hour deposition. He was questioned about all kinds of crazy shit. And in the video that I saw, you know, they wanted him to just give short, brief answers, not just go into fucking craziness. And this guy was. They wanted him to tighten his shit up. Hey, man, you need to calm the fuck down. You're doing too much. And the video I saw, I had to double and triple check because I thought it was AI. The dude's lawyer leans over to him, and you can hear him in the mic. He says, "I'll fucking kill you if you answer another question more than 5 words." And then the guy that he was talking to, that the lawyer was talking to, kind of was like, and the lawyer gives him a smirk. And you knew, and he knew, that if he kept going along this route, he would end up missing. That motherfucker was going to disappear. And I had to check this and triple check it. Because again, I was like, dude, there's no way they caught this on the microphone. And there's no way this guy said this out in public like this. Like he whispered it. He's like, hey, man, listen, quit fucking around. Answer the questions like you should. Not all long and drawn out. This is not high school. You're not writing a paper. Listen, bitch. You want me to fuck you up right here? That's pretty much what he said. Listen, listen, when you walk out of this building right now, a fucking Looney Tunes style anvil will fall on your head. I don't have time for games. Answer the fucking questions, short and sweet, okay? Not all this fucking old man stories. Nobody gives a shit. I'll fucking kill you. And it says the CEO, Wexner, said he was unaware of Epstein's criminal conduct. And from the way that he responded to his lawyer's comments, I don't think he was. I mean, I truly think that he didn't know. He didn't, because the way he responded to the lawyer was like, oh, shit, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. And then the lawyer's like, hey, man, shut the fuck up. So I'm like, man, this whole thing is getting out of control. Like, we're living in a wild time where everybody's got a camera, everybody's got a phone, and everything is going to come to light. So we'll see. And apparently Obama went on a podcast and was talking about aliens. And each week that I do the news, every week it seems like a diversion from what is really going on. So now Trump's like, oh yeah, I heard about the podcast. I don't know about any aliens, but you know what? Hey guys, if there's anything out there about aliens, go ahead and just post it. Let's talk about motherfucking aliens. So yeah, he's directing the Pentagon and other government agencies to identify and release files related to extraterrestrials and UFOs because of quote unquote tremendous interest. Dude, we already fucking know there's aliens. You know how I know there's aliens? Because this can't be it. This can't be what is out in the fucking universe. We can't even breathe underwater. You think we're peak physical forms? We can't even read thoughts. We can barely make a fucking decent computer. You see aliens, they got spaceships, motherfucker. Yeah, they might be going beep, boop, beep, beep, boop. But guess what? And shit like that. You know what? That's just them. That's all the fucking languages. They can communicate with anybody except for our dumb asses. So yeah, listen, there's shit out there. I 100% believe in that. They just don't want to fucking deal with us. We don't want to deal with us. So we'll see. Let's keep the diversion going. I call this one The Switch. And this happened January 13th. This 11-year-old boy was accused of shooting and killing his father after his father, his stepfather, took away his Nintendo Switch on his birthday. And the kid is charged with homicide. And listen, what needs that? Kids aren't getting their ass beat enough. Says the boy found a key to the safe in his father's drawer when he was snooping around looking for the Nintendo Switch. And then he was so pissed off, the police asked, hey, why did you pull the trigger? He said he was mad and he had not thought about it. You see, these iPad kids can't fucking control themselves because they have every single thing at their fingertips. That's the problem. They lose their mind. Hey, it's time to go to bed, Billy. Billy's ready to fucking punch you in the throat. Billy, you got school in the morning. Give me my fucking. Dude, when I was growing up, you know what I did? I fucking went to sleep. Because guess what? If I had to stay home that day and I wasn't sick, you better believe that fucking everything was in a parent's room with the door locked. So you weren't watching TV. You weren't playing video games. The fucking cords to everything were taken. If they could be taken, like TVs and stuff, you just put it in the room. You don't get that option to just have fun on your days off just because you want to be, staying up late and not making the school bus. Or you get your ass on the regular bus and get to school. But now they're just letting the kids do whatever. Stay up till fucking 12 o'clock and then have to get up at, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And again, he said he did it. He shot him because he was mad. Ugh. Listen. The times have changed, Chuck. I'm glad I did not grow up being an iPad kid. Like, yeah, I had my Super Nintendo, but you better fucking believe I wasn't able to just play it all willy-nilly. Yeah, we had a computer, but we had dial-up. So everybody knew within earshot when you were trying to get on the computer. Oh, there's a phone call coming through? Well, the internet is shut down, buddy boy. And it's a damn shame that this father was just trying to protect his family. And he had to protect himself from his family. Man. So now, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, because it's homicide, right? But you're a preteen. So is this kid going to be back in school like a fucking in a couple weeks? We'll see. We'll see. This article's called Gun Jugging. And you're like, Chuck, haven't you talked about jugging before? Yes. That is what they do during the holidays. And I talk about it every year during the holidays. Jugging. Jugging. What they do. Because I've seen it in action at my one job. I watched someone steal a motherfucker's purse. So what happens is you're going out to go do some shopping for the holidays. Someone watches you go to the ATM, take out the money. Then you're like, I'm hungry. You know, I'm going to go to this restaurant and get some food. It doesn't have to be a restaurant. I'm just saying this is the kind of the backstory of what happened. You go to the restaurant. That person follows you in. You're distracted with how delicious the food is. They run, grab your purse, and run out with your money that you just took out of the ATM. And you could be going anywhere. It doesn't have to be just a restaurant. They have watched you extract the money from the ATM. Now they know that you got cash on your person. And then they follow you and they fucking rob you. But now they're doing it with guns. They see you go to a gun range or go to a gun store and see that you bought a gun, and then they walk up on you with their gun and say, give me your motherfucking gun. Well, this happened in Texas after this guy went to a gun range. These guys ran up on him, and you know what he did? He shot those motherfuckers, just as you should. So the guy's like, man, I did had a good day at the gun range. I'm relaxed. I'm ready for whatever. Let's go, probably go get some food. 3 dudes run up on you. They know you just came out of the fucking gun range. You're still amped up from the fucking shooting. And they say, hey, homie, give me the fucking gun. And you say, oh, yes. Okay, I'll give you the gun. He shot the one guy through the chin, and then the other 2 guys ran off. What the fuck did they think was going to happen? I don't understand people. Jugging, I see. That's one thing, right? You don't know if someone has a gun or anything like that. But gun jugging is a whole different thing. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, that they have a gun on them and that they are itching to use it. So that just kind of threw me off. Listen, people are getting bolder and bolder and stupider and stupider. So that is what we are living in, folks. This article is called No Chance in Hell. because that is the name of Vince McMahon's theme song when he was in the WWE. And so this happened last year, and there is dash cam footage from the police perspective. Vince McMahon was weaving through traffic, and he was doing over 100 miles an hour. I think it said it was like 115. And he was in a fucking Bentley. Says it was $323,000. And this motherfucker is getting it. And then he's weaving in and out of traffic. There's a car in the right lane just fucking doing the speed limit, living their life, not fucking with anybody. He slams into the back of them. Then he shoots off to the right side, hits a guardrail, then shoots back over to the right lane. And this was all caught on police dash cam footage. Now, thank God nobody was hurt, especially the innocent driver. But all they did was give him a slap on the wrist, and they put him in a probationary program. So that means for 1 year, you don't do anything stupid while you're driving, and you make a $1,000 charitable contribution. And you got to be properly licensed and insured. And if you can stay positive within 1 year, this all fucking goes away. See, that's what the fuck money gets you. Money and fame. And I can't really say power, because he doesn't have that power anymore. Because, dude, after people found out what the fuck he was doing in the WWE back in the day, and shit, even up till, recently, before they kicked him out, that motherfucker was a menace. He was nasty. But if this was me or you or anybody else, we would have probably been shot on sight, arrested, our head fucking slammed into the hood of the car. They'd have probably planted drugs on us, because they'd have been like, there's no way someone's just driving erratically like this. Are you on PCP? But no, he got a slap on the wrist. Even in the video, the guy's like, yep, I know who you are. And I'm like, what the fuck? This guy almost killed someone in a car. I don't know how many people were in that car, but he blasted into the back of the car and then slingshotted to the guardrail and then back over. Like, we're living in a wild time where if you've got the money, power, and fame, you could probably get away with damn near anything. And that is a fucking shame. So this article's called Hawk Tuah because she's back in the news. So in December 2024, you remember she had that cryptocurrency that just fucking robbed people of millions. And then it just crashed and burned and disappeared. And she had all these class action lawsuits. You're like, damn, she ain't ever going to make it out of this. Well, she's doing it. She's getting wild. So on Wednesday, there was posts on Twitter. And I'm not calling it X, because X just sounds nasty. So now she is planning on being nasty on a website called Fanfics. And it's a subscription-based platform, kind of like OnlyFans, that allows explicit content. But her thing was, she said she was never going to do anything on OnlyFans. That's cool because, there's other sites just like this one. But now there are not even clips, just screenshots of her in bikinis with a subscription link attached. It was only time. She made herself famous for talking about giving spectacular blowjobs. So you know what? She had to put her money where her mouth is, or her mouth where the money was, because the money ain't coming in, so she's got to do something. That's not my cup of tea. So, I mean, I'm not going to go seek out videos or pictures of her. But I guarantee you, I'm going to flip through Twitter and I'm going to be like, oh, okay. And listen, all I'm saying is she better do a good job. None of this fucking lollygagging. You need to fucking do what you said people should be doing. It should sound like it should sound like a zombie choking on a hot dog. That's all I'm going to say. All right, next article. And the last article. This one's called Hogan Feet. Because like I said, look, people need money right now. And apparently Hulk Hogan's daughter had a whole falling out with him before he passed away. And she was like, you know what? Just take me out of the fucking will. I don't even want to deal with your shit or anybody's shit after you pass away. So he did. And, well, the big thing was, like I said, she didn't want to deal with the circle of friends that he had. She just didn't trust him. And I believe that. That dude was worth a lot of money. And there were shady people in the background definitely trying to control that money. And I know Vince McMahon was probably one of them. And she's like, look, I'm just protecting myself and keeping myself away from any, disputes or fucking court cases that might come up pertaining to his money and all that shit. I'm just keeping myself out of it. But now she's like, I need some money. And she went on a site called WikiFeet. I've never heard of it. As a person who likes feet, I've never heard of WikiFeet. But it is a site to rate celebrity feet. And she went on there, posted a few pics, and she got a 4.97 out of 5 for her feet. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go find some pictures of her feet. Fuck it. But a 4.97 out of 5. Damn. So now she said, damn, I got to do this. And she is now. So we'll be looking out for Brooke Hogan's feet. I don't know. Yeah. Now I'm curious. But hey, you already knew Chuck was a nasty man. All right, listen, I'm getting out of here. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter at Casually Unchuck. All right, get out of here. Go on, get. Go have a good day, though. Have a great week. It's hump day. Have fun. Get ready for the weekend. Because I am. Probably just going to work, so whatever. Just another day. All right, now, be safe, have fun, and don't be a piece of shit. Thanks very much.